Hey guys, this is Karen from Blue Rooster Farm, and today I am going to take you with us as Andy and I travel to one of our local Mennonite bulk food stores. And this is not your average Mennonite bulk food store. This is a mega center. Then we're going to meet in the sewing room and we're going to see what's inside our open gate quilt box for the month of May. And also I'm going to be sharing a sneak peek of our final chicken farm quilt block. I think you're going to love it. A couple of weeks ago, Andy and I decided to travel up north about an hour from our place and visit one of our favorite Mennonite bulk food stores. And this one is not just your regular everyday bulk food store. It is a massive, giant superstore. As you're driving down the highway through the farms and the country landscape, all of a sudden you come to this large, what appears to be a Menards or a Lowe's or a shopping center, but it's not. It is the Dutchman store, and it is huge. They recently built at this location and relocated from within the town of Cantrell, which here we are traveling into right now because we need to go to the hardware store. But before they had relocated, they were on the main street in this small little town. And I'm going to show you the old building right here, and I'll slow it down so we can see it. This is where they used to be located, and it was just filled to the brim, and they had no space, and it was so crowded, especially on Saturdays or holidays. And so they rebuilt, and it's much nicer, even though it can still be extremely crowded on Saturdays. But here we come back from our hardware trip, and we're coming in from the other side of the Dutchman store. And so we can see on this side just how large it is. And we are visiting on a weekday, and it's very full. The parking lot's very full, but not nearly as full as what it will be on a Saturday. So it's going to be a little easier getting around today, and we try to avoid the weekends. So we do come here probably 5 or 6 times a year and stock up on just different things that we need. But as you can see here, as we get out of the car, the front area is full of trees and plants, lots of fruit trees, lots of bushes, shrubs, and some early starts of broccoli and cauliflower and lettuce and things like that. And they do have good prices on their plants, and they are in really good shape. So this is a good location to get any of those things. Nice little Martin house as well. So I'll just let you kind of take a peek here at what they have on the front. And this area is always changing depending on the season. During the fall, it's full of mums and things like that. So we're going to grab our shopping cart and we're going to start taking a look around. And you can see up in the top area, they must have offices and stuff like that. And it's all decorated, lots of wood. Very, very nice looking store. Here there's seed potatoes, onion sets, asparagus, rhubarb, things like that you might be planting this time of year. Lots of housewares, pots and pans, dishes, things like that, just everyday things, and also things that are very nice and good for gifts. We have the produce section over here, and in the seasons They will have bulk produce, so during the apple season, they'll have a whole bunch of varieties of apples, and you can get them by the bushel, and they usually have really good prices. And I'm going to take you over here because this is such a nice little area. They have a lot of their crockware and decor, their kitchen area things, lots of country farm home type things. And they are reasonably priced. They have candles, soaps, things like that that are nice for gifts. It's a great place to come to get some kind of a nice gift. I love those Scotty Dog salt and pepper shakers. Aren't they cute? And here we are at my favorite place, the sewing area. And they have just a ton of things in the sewing area. Here we have our thread and zippers, lace, ribbon, buttons, and tons of fabric, vinyl, oilcloth, and their Aurifil thread. Look at the price. Very reasonable. We have bindings of all kinds, interfacing and batting and fleece. Again, more vinyl. And this area over here, we also have some patterns, and there's some stencils there too. Some patterns and some pattern books, and they're all the modern ones, the ones that we see in our quilt stores today. So all really good quality patterns. You'll probably see some of your favorites there. Not a huge selection, but it's a nice selection. And we have our fabrics, and I believe that is the clearance fabric there, and they have an area that is marked down. There's their DMC floss, all the colors of DMC. And then they have tons of the cross stitch pillowcases, bedspreads, tablecloths, tons of them. They're the pre-printed on the white fabric. They have a large variety of basics, and so you can get just about any color in a basic that you need. They also carry name brand quilt shop quality fabrics, Moda, Riley Blake, Andover, things like that. I purchased a lot of laundry basket lighthouse fabric while I was there, so they do carry a lot of those popular lines of fabric. And the price of the fabric by the yard is really good. I believe it's about $9 a yard, so that is a lot cheaper than probably at your local quilt shop and online. Now they do have it sorted by color, so if there is a fabric collection that you like, you have to go to each color and find that collection in the colors. Now, as far as toys are concerned, they have a great toy area. Your kids will be in heaven. Great place to get good quality toys for Christmas and holidays and birthdays. Just a really nice toy area. Also books, cards, party supplies, the lanterns. They also have all different sides of the glass globes. And my favorite right here is the splatterware. And it's a pretty penny, but it is so pretty. Look at that huge bowl. That is massive. And all kinds of stainless steel, real good quality cookware. Stainless steel cake pans, cookie sheets. They also carry a nice selection of good quality kitchen appliances. Here's the produce section, and you'll find the basics here. Plus, during the seasons, you could have bulk food like apple season. They'll have tons of different varieties of apples that you can buy by the bushel. They have a large selection of bulk meats, frozen foods. Lots of times they get really good deals on overstocks, and you can purchase those at really good prices. I did not get as much video of the regular part of the store. I spent a lot of time in the fabric area, and so I missed out on getting some good footage of different aisles of the store, so I apologize. They have tons of bulk baking supplies, seasonings, pastas, candy, nuts, jellos, beans, you name it. They have all of those things and rows of them. Also, you can find the basic things that you can find in your grocery store. They do have chips and little things, styrofoam cups and things like that as well. So they have a ton of things, but this last part, we were kind of in a hurry and needed to go, and so I didn't get as much footage. I apologize. They do have a deli where they slice up fresh meats and cheeses, and also will make fresh sandwiches for you, and they do serve hot lunches daily. So this is our trip to Cantrell, Iowa, where we have visited Dutchman's store, which is a really fun place to be. So if you're ever traveling through this area or you don't live too far away, it is worth a day trip. So I hope you enjoy this store as much as we do. Look what I've got, our Open Gate subscription box for the month of May. I've had it for a day and I've been anxious to open it, but like I always tell you, I don't open it until I open it on my video. And so we're all going to be surprised by what's in it at the same time. Now this is a quilting subscription box. It is a monthly box. It costs $47 a month plus shipping, and there are some add-ons that you can add to it for an additional cost, and we'll talk about that once we open it. Also, this is gifted to me by Monique, the owner of Open Gate Quilts, and I really appreciate it, Monique. Thank you very much. You always have such nice patterns and beautiful fabric. So let's get this open and find out what's in it. Okay, I had to get my handy dandy box opener. Let's get that open. All right. When you open your box, this is what it looks like. It's very nicely packaged. It has the beautiful box, the beautiful tissue paper. It all has her emblem, the Open Gate quilt box on it. And then at the top of the box, we always find this little newsletter from Monique. And let me see if we have some changes here. They talked about some changes last week, so let me see. Yeah, starting next month. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be pretty much the same this month. I do see something different. Let's see. Okay, so in this box, you always have a main project, project number 1, and then a smaller project. You have all the supplies or fabrics that you need to complete those projects. except for, of course, the backing and binding. And she also includes Aurifil thread. In the past, we have been receiving 2 spools, but it looks like maybe we're getting something different this time. And this time it looks like we've also got a notion, and we'll talk about that, and I'll read about that in a second and see what that is. We also get a free pattern. If you want add-ons and extras, like I talked about earlier, you can get, for $15 a month, the Fat Quarter Stash Buster. And if you'd like the backing for the main project, that is $14 additional. So you could add that to your box. Now, on the main project, Monique has a class, and it's actually a Zoom class. And hers is going to be on Tuesday, May 12th. So this box right here, if you're getting this box, she'll send you a link for her class, and you can watch how to assemble that block. And since it's Zoom, I'm assuming that you can ask questions and all of that stuff as well. And I would think that she would put that up as a video after the live, and that way anybody that wasn't able to make the Zoom could still watch it. And here's what we were talking about. She had talked about changing some things and having a block of the month. And it says block of the month starting June 2026, replacing the small project. So instead of getting the small project, we're going to have a block of the month. It says this is how it will work. Each month you will receive fabric and instructions on how to make one block. You can save the block for the final quilt, or you can create additional blocks from your stash to make a suggested bonus project. I will provide the instructions, you provide the additional fabric needed to make the bonus project. At the end of the 12 months, I will give you the final instructions with the last block, and you can put it all together. And there's a couple of questions that you might have about that. What happens if I need to cancel halfway through? And she says, at the end of the 12 months, the instructions and fabric will be for sale. Somebody says, what if I join late? We will also be making extra kits so we can sell to those who are joining late. Is the fabric something that we can readily get? Yes, I'm going to use basic fabric, so if you want to make it bigger or miscut or run out, you can get it through your local quilt shop. Will you have finishing kits? We will have finishing kits, but again, we will be using basic fabric, so if you need more or if we run out, you can find it elsewhere. Okay, so that is the change that's coming into effect next month. So let's see what we have for today. Well, let me just keep my glasses on here. Project number 1 is called In My Sewing Room, features threads by Moda Fabrics, fabric for the quilt, binding, so that she does have the binding in it, full color pattern, and picture included. So let's find project number 1. Oh, this is pretty. So project number 1 is 18 by 46. And it is a little runner or a wall hanging showing a spool or spools of thread, scissors, a pin cushion, and some buttons. Isn't that cute? That would be really cute in the sewing room, wouldn't it? Now let's see. Again, I said that was 18 by 46. And then she has chosen the fabrics that are by Moda threads. And they all have really cute sewing things on them. So let me open this up. That's really pretty. Okay. So in her projects, she doesn't just give you, fat quarters or something like that. She gives you actual cuts of fabric that you can cut to the pieces that you need. So here we have the whole collection, and it's going to be reds and blacks and whites. And we have this cute fancy stitch fabric. I like that. So if your sewing machine has the fancy stitches, those are all on that. And then she also has a small piece of the same, which is black and red stitches on white. We have some letters, and I don't think it's saying anything. It's just, oh, made, handmade, handmade, handmade. That's cute. We have a solid red, and then we have kind of a thatchy looking black with white threads. A solid white and a solid black. So there are the fabrics that we need to make this really cute runner or wall hanging. I really like that. Let me just put this up here for you without the glare. Isn't that cute? Now, my sewing room's not red and black. I love this fabric, and it would be a great fabric to put it in, but mine's not red and black. So if I make this for my sewing room, I will make it in fabrics that coordinate with my sewing room. But I could make this for a gift, or I can just make it and use it for when I go on retreats, maybe a little mat for my sewing machine. But this is really cute. I love the fabric. I love the fabric. It's just that it doesn't coordinate with my sewing room. But that is really cute. Again, that size on that runner was 18 by 46. So that's a really long, you know, that's long. And so that is pretty, very pretty. All right, the beautiful pattern. Lots of work went into that one. Now, to go with that, we have, let me see here. It looks like to go with that, we have the embellishments, and that is our notion. And let me read this and make sure I'm right. The embellishment kit includes 12-inch strip of black ruler tape, black embroidery floss, 4 half-inch white buttons, 4 half-inch black buttons, and 4 1/4 inch red buttons. So you have a little packet that has all of that in it. And then, oh, I see. And so then here's a close-up of some of that. And so what she's using the buttons as the buttonholes on the quilt. She's using the tape for the actual piece of tape by the pincushion, and then she's got embroidery thread for the string and the needles. And let's see, where did she put the big buttons? Oh, the little buttons, I think. How big? Oh yes, oh how cute. Okay, so the bigger size buttons are the buttonholes, and then the little buttons are the tops of the needles. Do you see that? Isn't that cute? Oh, I love that. Very cute. Okay, I just lost my earring, so I'm going to put it back in. Flips out on me. All right, so there is our notion. So instead of getting 2 things of RFL thread, we are getting a notion this time. We do have 1 thing of RFL thread, which we'll be using for our quilt there. And I believe this is 50 weight, so it's sewing weight. Yeah, so that'll be perfect. Oh, you know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this fabric and make one because it's all ready to go. And then I'll make another one to coordinate with my sewing room because that is cute. Okay, so the second project, our smaller project, is called Bandana Box. It includes fabric from Bandana Bliss by Marcus Fabrics, fusible webbing, and full color instructions. Oh, I have seen these. These are cute. It is a little box that is made from fabric. Isn't that cute? And it's not hard to make. I haven't made one, but I have seen something similar to this one. And you're going to need the fabric. Oh, this is pretty. And this is called Bandana Bliss, this fabric line. I think bandanas are becoming very popular right now. So look at all the different patterns. You know, I'm looking at these. These would be really cute pincushion toppers to my pincushions. You know, my little boxy pincushions like this. Wouldn't these make cute toppers? You could even embroider on them. How many of these do I need for a bandana box? I think I need the whole thing. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have two. I have to cut it in two and use both pieces. I might have to use this fabric for something else and then make it my own fabric for the bandana box. It won't be a bandana box, will it? But it will be a cute box. Beautiful fabric. I love this. So, and you also get some fusible, I think it's fusible. Yeah, fusible interfacing. That gives it the structure so that it won't collapse on you. All right, that is very cute. That is the bandana box. Love it. Then she's also included a free pattern, and this one's really pretty. And I'm looking to see, this looks very much like the fabric that I purchased. Does she have, what kind of fabric is she's using here? But wouldn't that fabric that I shared with you, I think it was during the Sew Sampler opening that I had purchased, it was called Elizabeth. Wouldn't that look pretty in that quilt? That is a pretty quilt. This is called Red and Tan. Looks like there's flying geese. No, I think she's using half square triangles. No flying geese, half square triangles. That's all we have that's going to make this. That is really pretty. Beautiful. I like that. This one let's see how big this one is. It is 60 by 76, so a nice size quilt. And you use 12 fat quarters and 12 light fat quarters and 12 dark fat quarters. Pretty, pretty. Does she have anything on that? Doesn't say anything else. Then she also included in my bag the free, or it's not free for you, the extra add-ons of the Fat Quarters Stash Buster for $15 a month, but she gave it to me free. And this is, let's see which line it is. Does it have a line? Yes. This line of fabric is called Round We Go, and it includes 4 fat quarters and a full color pattern. So if you're wanting to get the Stash Buster, that cost $15. And this is pretty greens. And it's big plants. Here's one of them. Isn't that pretty? Look like elephant ears. This is really pretty. Little ovals. And this reminds me of the stars and the galaxy. And then there is also kind of a white cream. And the pattern that she's using for this set is a, let's see what we have here. What's it called? Round We Go, and it's 21 inches square. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? That would make up really cute. I like that. Oh, and if you look at it carefully, it's kind of like a twirly thing in the middle. Got your little paddles. And that's why it's called Around We Go. So what do you think of this box? This is May's Open Gate Quilt subscription box. In this box, we have our main project, which is the In My Sewing Room. This smaller project, bandana box. We had a spool of RFL thread. We had our notions for the main project. We also received a pattern, and then I got to have the Stash Buster. So check her out. I will put her link in the description box below. And if you do get an Open Gate Quilt Box subscription, please let Monique know that I sent you. I hope you enjoyed this box opening as much as I did, and I hope you get one of your own. Okay guys, here is that sneak peek I promised you. What do you think the last block is? It's coming soon. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please click the thumbs up, and that tells the algorithms that you enjoyed watching this video. Also, don't forget to share it out, and if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. I hope all of you are doing well, and I hope to see you back here next time. Bye-bye.